Welcome to the Awakened Warriors, Mindful Mobility for Martial Artists. 30 mobility exercises to loosen the joints and prepare for battle. Created and filmed by Brandon Cook. Stand up straight with a tall spinal alignment. Clasp your fingers together. Now let's do wrist rolls forwards. Relax while you gently loosen your wrists. Now reverse directions. Next we will do wrist waves. Make waves with your wrists. So loosen the forearms. Moving on to the third exercise, stretch out and overhead with your fingers locked. Just go to where it feels comfortable. Starting with your right arm, make large single arm circles. Bring the arm all the way up next to the ear. Now let's do the same thing with the left arm. With your hands on your chest, make circles with your elbows. Feel the stretch as your elbows reach to the back. Now reverse directions. Make backward circles with your elbows. For the next exercise, let's do alternating circles with your elbows, almost like you're swimming. This will help to loosen up the shoulders and the scapula. Reverse directions. The seventh exercise is a neck stretch, starting upwards. Now look downwards. The eighth exercise is another neck stretch, with your ear to your shoulder, both right and left sides. Number 9 is another neck stretch. Look over the shoulder. See how far you can see behind you. Let's start head circles gently. Small circles clockwise and then counterclockwise, gradually into larger circles. Just go where it feels comfortable. Now let's do some backward shoulder shrugs. Shrug your shoulders up and around. Feel a stretch in the pecs. Reverse directions. Now we'll do alternating shoulder shrugs, both forwards and backwards. This is a 4-way scapular exercises. First, you do elbows, then a T, alternating arms up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time. 6, 7, 8. Let's do trunk rotations with the elbows. Start off gently using these twisting motions. Gradually over time, you can put more twist into it. Now relax your arms. Let them swing. All the movement is coming from the hips. Your arms are almost like pendulums. See if you can swing your arm over your shoulder. Touch your back. And remember, the movement is from the hips. Now rub your hands together and massage your lower back. We're now moving on to the lower body exercises. Let's make a circular hip hinge. Start with smaller circles and gradually expand into larger circles. Do this both clockwise and counterclockwise direction. Turning to the side so that you may see more of the hip hinge movement. Keep your back straight. Now we're going to do ankle rotations, starting with outwards. This is really ankle rotations, but it's also working your knee and your hip. Circles are outward circles. Now let's switch to inward circles. Let's do the left leg. Same concept, starting with little ankle circles. It's working your knee and also your hips. Now let's do the inward circles. Number 19, we're doing the open the gate hip movement. Bring your knee up and outward to the side. Let's do the left leg. Upward and outward, then upwards and inwards. Repeat the movement. Put your knees together. Let's make knee ovals with our feet together. Go in the clockwise direction and then a counterclockwise direction. Great. Now let's do a squat and hinge with the feet together. Come down into a squat. It's okay if your heels come up. Then stand and straighten your legs. Now let's make knee ovals with the feet apart. Do outward circles and inward circles. Now let's squat and hinge with the feet apart. You may start with a few more knee ovals to loosen up your knees. Do a hinge and now pull yourself down into the squat. Slowly try to get into the bottom position. Loosen up your hips. Let's do a hip flexor lunge stretch. Step forward with the right leg, your left leg extended behind you. Really stretch the hip flexor. Then you can go into a kneeling hip flexor stretch. You may use your hands on your knees to support yourself in this stretch. Now switch to the other leg. Step forward with the left leg and stretch the rear hip flexor on the right leg. When you're ready, go back into the hand supported knee hip flexor lunge stretch. Now let's do the windmill stretch. With your right arm extended overhead, reach down with your left arm to try to touch the opposite foot. Then switch direction. With your left arm overhead, reach down with your right hand to try to touch the right foot. The next exercise is the side lunge groin stretch with your foot down. Mimic a side kick. Really stretch. Keep your knees tracking over your toe to protect them from injury. Then move into the side lunge groin stretch with your toes up. This should allow you to go a little further and stretch your groin even more. Take your time with these. If need be, start from a higher position until you can work down into a lower position. Next is the straddle split stretch. Extend into straddle and go as far as you can into the splits. Over time, you'll be able to get lower and lower. For the last exercise, I like to do axe kick leg swings. Gently swing your leg up as high as you can. You may start moderately high at first, and then with each successive kick, try to get a little bit higher. Soon you'll be kicking as high as your head. Practice these exercises daily.